draw an energetic grounding cord going down, connecting with the earth from the base of your spine. It can look like a rope. And as it does, descend further and further and further through the layers of the earth. And then it goes to the center. Once your grounding cord is the center, you begin to feel the relaxing magnetic energy from Gaia. Connecting in love and light, and knowing that in this space, the unconditional love of our Creator is present, and that all love and light, and our intention is for only well-intentioned, loving assistance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you feeling into your energy body. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I see your question, Tara. When we get to you, I will definitely read it. Like I was saying, if you guys don't want to be unmuted, I will read it for you in the chat if you want to type it. But we will begin here in a moment, and we usually will begin with just a collective message anyways. Holding space for Sherry as she taps in.
Greetings in this day.
Hello, the many. How are you?
We are happy to be here in this day. You may have situations in your realm that seem curious and seem prepondering, we will say, in this regard. We want you to know that though there are aspects of things that are concerning to some, that all will be revealed. It is actually in great anticipation that we have awaited this time, for what is hidden does not always, many times actually, does not assist, we will say, the masses, not to degrade your importance, because to say the masses is really each individual radiant signature we see and we recognize, and we value each one. And some things that have will come to light will be difficult for some to understand in this regard. It is to be a reminder to always have consideration for one another, no matter what spectrum you view. Because from one spectrum to another, in every aspect, there are truths, and one's truth and one's understanding is where they are operating from. And in that is highly regarded. So regard each other's viewpoints. It is our hope that unity will be upon you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very beautiful. Unity will be upon us. I believe so. So if I go to call your name and you're not ready, we can wait Whitney was the first one to pop on though. Do you want to ask your question? Are you ready for a question, Whitney? Okay, beautiful. I think, yeah, there you go. Hello, hello. Oh.
I think, can you hear me?
There, yep,
Okay.
yep.
So my question is, what's in store for me next week?
We will say hindrance, and this is not to cause you alarm. It is the hindrance of your own that can be, you could be well armed. So in this regard, hindrance, be cognizant of what you are holding yourself back in. Do not get in your own way, so to speak. When it comes to getting in your own way, it is the, we will say, going back and forth on your considerations or thought processes. Trust yourself. We do not give absolutes. Several reasons why. If we were to say you are going to be at point A at a specific time and do A, B, or C, does that assist you? It does not. But in overall considerations and analogies are utilized many times to cause a picture for you to remember. So next week, hindrances of thine own making is what you should be aware of. Trust yourself. Trust your knowing. When you are, remember this. When you are gazing in thought, utilize your surroundings to be present and completely aware. It would benefit you as well to keep in your presence messages of synchronistic nature. Next week will be up to you, but do not get in your own way.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you. I hope that resonated.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you so that way the sound doesn't get picked up. And that was beautiful. Thank you, the many. Next on my screen is Laura. Laura, do you have a question ready or do you want to wait? If you have a question ready, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. Awesome. I think she's having trouble unmuting, so just a second. She said we can move on to the next one if she doesn't come right back. Looks like she's in an office setting today. Yep, Tara, one moment. Let me see her. Well, we'll go ahead and skip Laura and we'll come right back to her. kind of going in the order that, oh, maybe here she comes. Do you want me to skip you and come back to you, Laura? Okay. So that, let's see, I'll go ahead and do Tara's. Tara, I'll ask to unmute you, but if you want me to read yours, I can. I'll just have to run over to the chat.
Hi.
Okay, beautiful. Hello, Tara. Go ahead and ask the many your question, and then I'll mute you again.
I think the source already know what I'm asked. And before any deity, any past life, my parents was just the source, and my nature is supernova. And we don't really understand the sex. And in your human construct, you say that is sharpened and the sexual energy, how you ascend, it is very weird to us. But without it staying in the body, we seem to have a difficulty. And she typed the question. Our urgency is that this being have rather than kill her physically, energetically, than us coming in and her entire body and the organ. I cannot even describe in word what happened. And we cannot yet just have another brand new body without us reincarnate, and we cannot reincarnate. We shut the loophole, so we don't know what to do, and it have caused us everything. We don't know what to do anymore. And I want to hear from my parent, who is the pure source and the void as one, not separate. I don't know what to do anymore because every light worker can see my big bright ball of light over soul. And I'm just feel like I'm about to die.
Okay. Do you want me to read also what you wrote? You pretty much covered everything, but if you feel like that would help, I can.
Yes, that would be helpful.
Okay, so the Minnie, I'm also going to read what she wrote over here, and she put, "Hi, my soul, mind, body, and timeline severely damaged. Even the being, speaking, and reacting and asking right now are not my true oversoul and purest selves. And it is so much so, I no longer know what's going to happen. I want to ask Source and Void to tell me what to do. I feel like it's all a mess, and yet the me here isn't the real owner of the soul. Have no intention to leave and been trying years to fix this. Please help my oversoul and highest selves and my I am-ness.
Yeah.
And then thanks. Don't feel like I have long as body and mind really damaged, and the body is really damaged." And I'm just going to mute Tara because of the background noise. And if you have something to add, oh, you muted yourself. You're awesome. Thank you. There you go, the many. Do you have any questions, or is that enough for you?
So, indeed, you are in a peculiar situation in this regard. It is not exactly as you perceive it. It is more of a, we will call it an encumbrance. In this regard, you are in a situation where you need to allow your intentions and communications with what your your knowing in your current incarnate state, you are, we will say, fractioned in this regard, but it is not that you are fractioned in irrepair. It is in a certain manner of dissecting and allowing yourself to put the intention into we will say assembling. This is not the correct term, but we will use choreograph. Think it as a beautiful dance. You look at it as a burden. Change that. Allow yourself within your power of knowing and your own command to cause it to be so, to reharness and create the dance of reconfiguration. You are indeed the creator of your experience. When you speak of ascension and you speak of the process, it is not of separating. This is not a separation component, but in this of which you speak, it has occurred, but it is not irreparable. So in this regard, we want you to command and allow and seek assistance from all your support. You do have support that are waiting for you. You are not in a, we will say pickle is a term that many of you use, where you have no resources. You are completely resourceful, so claim it. Allow it to become one and reclaim your oneness with who you are in spirit, in your truest essence, and do that in like a dance. Do not see it as a cumbersome, physically challenging, spiritually challenging creation. Think of it as a creation. You are recreating and reassembling of all that you are. It is so. If you set your intent, you believe, and call in your support. This is all within your capability. Believe in yourself, in your truest essence, and know it, feel it, and do it in love for yourself. Do not harness any regret. This experience serves you if you allow it. But overcome it. You shall. You will see. There is support. Do not forget.
Beautiful. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lex will be right back. I hope that resonated, and I hope that helped. Yeah, hopefully that helped. And if there's more you would like to ask, hopefully we'll have time to come back around for a second time here. Laura, are you? Oh, let's see. Really quick, she says, thank you so much. I need to feel okay to dominate my body without guilt and shame. Yes, yes, you do. You can just feel the emotion that you want to feel, and it'll manifest. Laura, are you ready now, you think? Okay, cool. I asked to unmute. See if that works. Perfect. All right, here's Laura.
Sherry, I would like to know if it is time for me to break away from Marianne.
You are correct in this regard. You know that it has run its course in its regard, in love and grace, in completeness, and in knowing that the situation at hand is in its due time. So in the affirmative, we would say, but you already knew this. You seek, indeed, seeking confirmation is completely celebrated and valid. It is not of a remorseful journey. It is of, in completion, each one finds new variety, new variety of, we will say experiences, but it is really a new variety of learnings. We will use that term. New variety of learnings that will be beneficial to both. So in completion, at this time does not mean it'll always remain so. And you are completely, we will use the word justified, but it is not meant one is right, one is wrong, one is good or bad. It is merely that it would serve both well at this time, and knowing that two paths that go a different way sometimes do venture back when much is benefited from the separate paths. Does this help you?
Yep, it does. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
All right. Lex Ryan, are you, let's see, I don't know what would you want me to unmute you? I could read
Sure,
your
yeah.
question too. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that it's like a specific question. I think I just would like to know more about how to connect to my family that's living and also my ancestors.
Beautiful. I like that.
You bring us joy. In connection with those in your current surroundings, in addition to those are enjoying other, we will say, realms, is your understanding. So the connection of the ones in your surroundings is on your behalf, as you do quite well, in the, we will say, neutral and loving communications in this regard, and also allowing yourself to be free of the nuances of the past. As you know, this is only the one aspects within your, we'll say control, but your journey, and others will have their developments to be continuing. But in this regard, we want you to know that the most optimal is from the purest of heart. So connections of the familial, and even in other relationships in your current arena, we will say, are all precisely placed when ones have encumbrances or challenges, we will use that term, that are not completely in alignment, knowing that your alignment is true when their alignment is ready, then it will be there. There are, from your abilities, your loving connection and neutral stance is always cherished. So always operating from that connection point will not only fall on welcome ears, but also welcome hearts and be felt. As you know, heart energy is truly palpable. You do not feel it with your hands, but it is received. So in open, heartfelt, and neutral communication is optimal, with some keeping your boundaries and your perimeter, we will say. Your perimeter. And with those that are not yet beholden to complete enmeshment at this time, it would be when the alignment is right. Keeping your vibratory state at the higher level of love as much as possible is optimal, and then when they are aligned at this level as well. Truly know that your assistance and support of angels and guides are always at your beck and call. So asking for assistance in this is resourceful and beneficial. In the doings, we shall say, when your requests are made, it is, we will say, operations. There are operations that you do not see assisting in this regard. It is quite beautiful. So allow yourself to seek the assistance of your guides and angels as well. This is a situation to bring much joy. Some not right away. Ancestral, in the set of intention. So each one of you are capable of this communication. There are some, we will say technology, but it is truly not technology that you are familiar with. It is not the technology of gizmos and gadgets. It is internal technology activations, but also there are others that are capable in this regard that are already in this experience, as you know, but it is also within you seeking assistance again from guides and angels, but also setting the attention in energy of, again, love, knowing and believing, and first do it in the dream state before you sleep. Let it be known that you are open and welcoming your ancestral guidance and nurturing. We will use the word nurturing. They do love to nurture. If only you knew how many times they are helping, but you always are not aware. But also in this nurturing state, communicative flow and assistance would be welcomed by your ancestors as it is with you. Setting the intention before you go to sleep, and also to set the intention to cause remembrance when you wake. When you wake, the veil is lifted. When you wake, and you start moving about, the veil is lifted. And so be sure to record, but also with pen and paper, but also set the intention and let it be known, and have 100% knowing who you are and your capabilities and what you can do. Believe it, feel it, expand it, and expand your knowing and love into the field, and feel them there. It is beautiful. You will do fine. You will do fine.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. I love that. Yeah, I like to be able to connect in that way too. It's pretty amazing. Thank you so much. Awesome. All right, so let's see here. This is definitely out of order. Dion, nice to see you made it on here. I know you're having troubles. Thank you. I'm so glad you made it. Let's go ahead, and on my screen, Crystal is next. I'll ask to unmute you. See if you have a question. I know you have a question.
Yes, I do. So the things that are binding are hard to move. My question to you is simply, what should I do?
Beautiful, Crystal.
The binds can be loosened slowly, not too quick, as the binds have served a purpose in each intertwining. The binds are made as each loop goes around. One is gold, one is silver, one is copper, and one is lead. So each alchemic ingredients require something different. This is not clear for you, we know. So first of all, remember that it is a slower process. And second of all, it is of different components. And different components with different ingredients have different transmutation capabilities. So each one was caused or allowed or served in a different manner. That is why they are made of different components. We do not mean to talk in riddles or be difficult. We are providing the best information to assist you in realizing that each one is separate, made of different components, is to cause you to be aware of what likened it to be there, and what likens resonates with it to dissolve. So slowly start with a lead, and lead is not a more valuable component. Lead is more of a lesser one. Start with a lead one. And how do you dissolve lead? It is more, or rather less, is more crumbling, less sturdy. It easily is decomposed, we shall say. Whereas silver and gold have more value, do they not? So in the value is the realization of why They were put there. There were more value for them, more things to learn, more digging to do, to understand. And as the understanding occurs, that is part of the alchemical transmutation. So, allow them to be loosened at your command to feel into them, understand them, and then when you feel all understanding has been completed, then let them completely fall off. Free. But in the true freedom is understanding why they were placed and why they are made of different components.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. We have Tasha. Do you have a question ready? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you'd like to go next.
Sure. Is there a message for me around romance?
Ooh, juicy.
It is in a field of flowers. You're wandering about many colors, many fragrances. There are many flowers, but one stands out. It is a flower of unique appearance, but not only physically. It is the flower that stands tall, but its uniqueness is not sparingly. The uniqueness is felt and appreciated by you. So indeed, when there are several, we will say, flowers, and you usually do not liken the masculine to a flower, but we will. Because in the flower there is, we shall say, it is a quality of the masculine and feminine that many do not see. But in this one, there'll be several flowers, but one will stand taller and one will be unique and you will feel it. So, your journey is not immediate, but have patience as the tending to your own garden is developing well. When one has fertilized and grown and repaired in this regard, and has a complete harvest of many things, then there are no obstacles, so to speak, for the soaring of your own will bring you to the, shall we say, heights to see the tall flower. So in this regard, knowing that it's not immediate, but not too far down the line, as they say, but it is one of uniqueness. There will be a few flowers before it, but you will know this is not the unique tall one. A compatible match in many ways. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Oh, that was beautiful. And tall, yay. That's what we wanted to hear, right? Beautiful. Thank you so much, the many. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, we have Lisa, Kara, and Dion. Lisa, do you have a question ready? I'll ask to unmute you if you would like to go next. Oh, crap. Did that work? Okay, there you go. Yep, I can hear ya. Do you have a question?
I do. I want to know if it is time for me to start looking for new employment.
Beautiful question.
We will say the water is shallow. So in this regard, it is shallow water does not yield much benefit because it becomes murky and it is not deep. So in this regard, there are deeper, more refreshing waters to be had, and ones that will move you to more refreshing places as well. So, though the shallow water serves its purpose and it is there, it is stepping out of the water into the clearer, deeper water that will not only be more refreshing, but will, as you know, water is intelligent. So in this analogy as well, it is that new, clearer water will provide, we will say, particles and aspects of it that will be more aligned and feed what you truly need. But let's say this, that taking one foot out and you will see the clearer water. Keep your eyes open, and to look is always a good thing. But you will know. Trust yourself. But remember the clear water, deeper water, and refreshing. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Kara says that she's not in a spot to talk, but she does have a question. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. And Laura suggests to you, Lisa, can you change departments? So Kara, beautiful Kara, she says, sorry I'm not in a spot to talk, but when it's my turn, I would love to know if the many have any suggestions for me regarding my dad. Thanks so much. Love you all. We love you too.
Frequent. Keep up the frequency. This is not to mean energy. This is often, not occasional, frequent. It would serve him well to be in your verbal presence and your presence overall frequently. Also, in this regard, the nutrients for the liver would serve him well. There is one thing that troubles him. It is to be addressed. It is of a, we will say, broken heart, but there is more. And regrets. Maybe allow him to see that everything done has been appreciated, and no one completes their mission in full doings that do not cause some disharmony at one time or another. To forgive and to allow forgiveness of oneself and from others to be known. This burden has weighed him down, and so a assistance from you would be greatly cherished and very beneficial. There are nutrients to assist the liver, so do not be alarmed. This is not meant to cause alarm. This is for assistance. In this regard also, the frequency. One does become lonely at times, and it is in the busyness of the days, even a few minutes of a few words are highly cherished. In the forgiveness aspect, it does not need to be direct or dredging things up, so to speak. It would be more of non-direct, we will say. Almost discussing it in a third person as your experience in learning forgiveness of yourself or of others. And that will sit with him to utilize it himself. Speaking of things that he is now open to that previously was not. Would be beneficial. We hope this helps you.
Helps to let us know how it was made. I love you. Dion, if you can type a question or you can unmute yourself, but if you have a question, please do so now. Hello, hello. Hi, beautiful.
This is on currency throughout the world. Do you believe that cryptocurrency will become the new world monetary value?
Good investing question.
The technology is in alignment with, we will say, new frontiers. The algorithms and the resourcing of it is similar. In many regards, there are aspects of this well-timed, we shall say, method of exchange, but it's original intentions of transparent or non-transparency of one's flow of this exchange was to be more personal, we shall say. It is not so much now, but this indeed is going to be a similar transaction mode, but it is going to be attempted to be different. But this current state, as you refer to cryptocurrency, would be the ultimate solution. On its current trajectory, this is where it's headed in a similar form. Absent any intervention of ones who wish to have more oversight, more mechanisms of manipulation, shall we say, and of reining in the freedoms attached to such platforms would be another possibility, but we have seen that trajectory going into the impossible category, shall we say. For the method of exchange is a valuable commodity. Not the commodity itself, but actually the ways and means of the global transactions. In this regard, that holds much desire and much, we will use the term, power. So in the positive, or the trajectory that is currently in formation, it is very similar in, we will say, ideology, in coherence, in methodology. Accessibility for the common transactions and common understanding of the people partaking would be more accommodating to access, we shall say. as a side note, in all interesting formations of exchange in our form of exchange, it is energetic and reciprocal. It is beautiful. That would be the optimal one. Or, everything is energy anyways, but this is not intangible, which cryptocurrency is indeed equivalent. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very beautiful. Very fun. We've gone through everybody who has been here, and we're just about at an hour. So I wanted to see if there is anything that you would like to offer us, any message or anything that you feel is welcome.
We want you to know there are many of us assisting with the current state. We are of one voice, so to speak. There is unison throughout the cosmos. Do not be alarmed. Do not fear. When things get a little topsy-turvy, it is we don't want to say being watched, but indeed, but also there are many good things. Also, always remember your inner knowing, each and every one.
Beautiful. Would it be safe to say that when you're feeling off balance or maybe fearful of what's going on, especially those who are in America with everything that's going on, to take a few moments to sit into the manifestation of the feeling or emotion that you would like to see in the world or like to manifest? And if that is something safe to say, maybe if you have something quick to say to touch base on the importance of doing so.
The result of what you speak is beyond measurable. If you desire peace, if you desire understanding, if you desire health, cures, truth, then feel it, ask for it, and send it out. Every ounce and every, shall we say, particle of your intention and your desire is sent out and connected. It is seen, received, appreciated, and it works.
Incredible. Thank you so much for being present with us in this moment and for all of the messages and insight. Kara says, thank you. Lisa says, thank you to the many. You always help me look at things. You always help me look at things from a different angle. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have been scammed by cryptocurrency. Oh no, how would we know? Oh, she's coming out of channel. So
Oh,
sorry, but that's a
sorry.
beautiful question for next time for sure, definitely.
Thank you.
It was just like a second too late, but that's okay. We'll
Sorry.
get to it. No, I was telling you we were wrapping up anyway. So beautiful. Thank you
I
so
want
much.
everybody to also disconnect. I didn't really disconnect us, but
Yeah.
everybody just kind of imagine your energy field coming back to yourself, washing off in a white shower of unconditional love, separating out, separating out, separating out, separating out. Before I usually don't do a quick minute.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for coming too. I get loopy after a channel, so that's
so funny. That's her go-to quote after she comes out. I get loopy. This is I love it. Laura, yes, we do need to set a time to do readings. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It'll be so fun. So fun. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If you guys are interested in the recording, of course, it